guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Reika. This is the fourth part of this tutorial series and we are building this super cute lemonade stand together. In this particular episode we are going to make the lemons. As I mentioned before, this is a fairly easy follow along tutorial, but if you're completely new to Blender, I also have a beginner course called 4 Fun Projects in Blender 5 for Absolute Beginners. It's a brand new course and it's currently $10 with a 60% launch discount. And if you're interested, the link is in the description. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on the upcoming episodes where we continue building the lemonade stand. So let's get started. This is where we left off last time. So we have our little glasses, we have the lemonade stand and the grassy platform. And I think what I'll do is, first of all, I'll select everything on the top of the stand and press S to scale them up, just to make it a little bit bigger, and then go to top view and just position it. So G and just move it here. Let's just have a look. And then G and Z to bring it up a little bit. And that looks so much better. And for now, I'm going to leave the jar and the glasses there just for measurement, and I'll put my 3D cursor right here. So shift right click next to the glasses and the jar, press shift A to add mesh, and we will start with a UV sphere. I'll go into solid view so you can see better, and I'll rotate this sphere so RY 90, so it's horizontal, and just move it on the x-axis a little bit. S to scale it down, so it's a lemon size, and I do very little editing. So let's step into edit mode. And basically all I did was just scale it up a little bit on the x-axis. So S to scale on the X, like that. To zoom in further, you can press the period key on your numpad. And I just box selected these edges here, back to front view, and just press G and X and moved it out a little bit, like that. And S to scale it down. And we can do a few loop cuts just to add some topology to it. And that's pretty much it. Tab back into object mode, right click and shade smooth. We can also add the subdivision surface modifier, so Ctrl 3, and make sure that under your modifiers you set the render level to 3 as well. And then I'll move my 3D cursor right here, press Shift A to add mesh, and I'll add the cylinder. I'll change the vertices to 6 and then just S to scale it down until it's very small. Also S to scale on the Z like that, and RY 90. I box select my lemon and this little stem thingy and press the slash key on my numpad to isolate them. And then I select the stem, press Ctrl A to apply the scale and just tab into edit mode. And I press Ctrl 3, so that's reversed side view. Go to face mode with 3 and I'll alt click on one of these edges to select the whole face loop. I press Alt E, extrude individual faces, and I pull them out a little bit like that. And then I'll go to the transform pivot point and set it to individual origins. And with all those faces still selected, I press S to scale them down like that. Let's go to front view and just press G and X and just move it like that. Then I'll select this face, press I to inset it a little bit like that, and then just E to extrude and extrude it inwards. Make sure it doesn't overlap, and that's pretty much it. And then you can tab back into object mode, Ctrl 3 to add the subdivision surface modifier, set the render level to 3 and just right click shade smooth. So this is my lemon, super easy. And now all we need to do is to color it. So let's go to the shading workspace. In the shading workspace, turn on your rendered view and press the period key so it zooms in on your object. So let's start with the stem. I'll just go to front view, make sure it's selected, edit a new material, call it stem, and I'll edit a brownish color, something like this, and make it a little bit darker, and then just pull up the roughness all the way to 1. That might be a little bit too dark. That's better. And then let's select the lemon, edit a new material, call it lemon. For the base color, let's go with a very saturated yellow color. You can also go somewhere between the greens and the yellows, so it doesn't have to be all yellow. That looks pretty good. And now I'm going to just move my nodes a little bit towards the right and zoom out. And what I want to do is add the noise texture. So it has that lemony skin. So press Shift A to add texture, noise texture, and pop it here. And between the noise texture and the principled BSDF, we want to add the bump node. So Shift A to add displacement bump and just pop it in between the two. The factor, plug it into the height, and the normal output, plug it into the normal input. And now we can start playing around with the settings. So first of all, because it's a very small object, I'm going to bring up the scale. And now you can already see it gave it this lemony texture. And it's already looking really good. You can also play with the strength here, maybe just bring it down to about 0.7. Also the distance, but if you move it too much, it's just going to distort it. And I think I'm quite happy with this. So scale is on 56, roughness is on 0.5, and the strength I brought down a little bit, and leave the distance on 0.001. I might just click on this stem and change the color. Let's go towards the greens, maybe somewhere between the yellows and the greens, and just bring this slider down a little bit to make it a bit darker. And that's pretty much it for my lemon. Now let's head back to the layout workspace. I'll press the slash key to come out of isolation mode. And now what I'm going to do is make another lemon which is cut into half. So to add half a lemon, I'm going to box select this lemon and move it out of the way. So G and X, and I'll add the cylinder. So Shift A to add mesh, add the cylinder. The vertices, change it to 56, and then you can press S to scale it down to around this size. I'm going to go to solid view. I'll also press RX90 to rotate it, and then Ctrl A, apply rotation and scale, and then we can head to edit mode with tab to adjust the shape. Let's go to side view with 3 on your numpad, and first of all I'm going to scale it down just a little bit, so S to scale on the Y, so it's only half a lemon, and then I'll add, let's say, 4 loop cuts. Go to X-ray mode, and then I'm going to turn on my proportional editing and press 1 to go to vertex mode. I'll grab these back vertices and press S to scale, make my circle of influence a little bit bigger, and then scale them down like that. Turn off proportional editing and press E to extrude just a little bit, and S to scale it down. So that looks pretty great. I'll also grab these front ones and just move them towards the back. So G and Y, and just move it a little bit like that. And then we can go to front view, turn off X-ray, and go to face mode with 3. Let's zoom in a little bit. And first of all, I'm going to inset this face. So I to inset and bring it in until there's a very small circle in the middle. And then I'll do 2 loop cuts around. So Ctrl R, make it 2 with the wheel of your mouse, and then double click to confirm. Alt click on the one that's closer to the edge, and then GG to move it out somewhere here. And then Alt click on the inner one and GG and move it out somewhere here. Press Alt A to deselect everything, and let's select some edges to dissolve. So you want to select 5 edges and leave out 2, and then 5 again, and so on. So doesn't really matter where you start, it's up to you. Holding down Shift, start selecting 5, and then leave out 2 and 5 again. And I'm just going to speed this up. And that's it. Once you've gone around it, then just right click, dissolve edges. And now what we want to do is extrude these faces. So 3 to go to face mode, Alt click in one of these outer edges to select the whole face loop. Holding down Shift, also select these big ones. And then just E to extrude and bring it out. I'm just going to set my transform pivot point back to medium point. And then the last thing I'll do in edit mode is sharpen these edges a little bit. So press Shift E and just make a little bit sharper. You're not going to see the results right now, but once we added a subdivision surface modifier, it will look so much better. So I'll sharpen it until the outlines are this pink color. and then tab back into object mode, Ctrl 3 to add the subdivision surface modifier, and then right click, shade smooth, and make sure that the render level is set to 3. So that's my half lemon. Let's go to the shading workspace, turn on rendered view. Press the period key so it will zoom in on your object. From this drop-down menu, I'll find my lemon texture and add it to it. And now I'm going to add some slots for different colors. So first of all, let's go to your slots. Add the slot, call this one lemon lighter, as in lighter color. And you want to add it a yellowy color, but very close to the white, something like that. And then here, tab into edit mode, and you want to select this inner face loop. So deselect everything with Alt A, and then holding down Alt, click on one of those edges in between, and that will select the whole face loop. And then holding down Shift, you also want to select those bigger faces inwards like that. And also that little circle in the middle. And then once you selected all of it, go to your slot, click on the lemon lighter slot and assign it. So that's great. I'll tab into edit mode so you can see it. And now all we need to do is color these ones, these big faces. So I'll tab back into edit mode, Alt A to deselect everything, go to the slot, add the new slot, edit a new material, call it lemon fruit, for example, edit a color. I think I'm going to add a very saturated yellow, but a little bit more towards the yellows than the skin was. And then shift select these big faces, but we also want to add those faces on the side. And for that, all I do is press Ctrl and then the plus sign on the numpad, and that will add them to the selection. And then go to your slot, choose the lemon fruit and assign it. And then you can tab back into object mode. So that looks pretty great. Let's go to the layout workspace just to check. And I'm quite happy with this. Now, the last thing to do is just to do some lemon slices. And for that, I will be duplicating this half a lemon, cutting off the back and add a mirror modifier to it. So let's go to side view with 3 on your numpad. So I could actually model the slice of lemon, but I think it's just easier if I make it out of this half lemon. And actually I am going to start from front view. So press 1 on your numpad to go to front view. First of all, I'll duplicate it. So Shift D to duplicate and X to move it here next to the other lemon. And then click on this one, the original one. I'm going to work on this one because that's where my 3D cursor is, and that will be important. Let's zoom in a little bit. Press RZ90 to rotate it on the Z axis. Very important that you apply the rotation. So Ctrl A, apply rotation, and then we can tab into edit mode. Go to X-ray mode. Make sure that you're in face mode. If not, press 3. I'll come out of rendered view into solid view. I'll box select all of these faces. Make sure that you leave that face loop unselected. Press X and delete those faces. Then I'll go to edge mode with 2. I'll zoom in a little bit. And I want to select this outer edge loop. So Alt click on one of them and select the whole edge loop. Back to front view with 1 on your numpad. Press G and X and just bring it out a little bit because we don't want this edge loop to overlap with the extrusion we made earlier. Now, you can see that the origin point stayed where the 3D cursor is. So that was the origin point of the half a lemon before we deleted the faces. So what we want is the origin point to be here because the mirror will mirror from that point. So the easiest way to do so is press A to select everything, press G and X and move your object to the origin point. So the little lines on the 3D cursor should be right on the edge we just moved like that. And then you can tab back into object mode, go to your modifiers, add the modifier, generate mirror, and there we go. You can turn on clipping as well. And that's it. We have a lovely lemon slice. Let's go to front view and then we can just rotate it on the Z axis RZ90. And now if you go back to rendered view, you can see These are our lemons all nice and done. So that's it for this tutorial. In the next part, we are going to add the umbrella, the chair, and also the sign onto the top of the lemonade stand. And again, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming episodes of this tutorial where we continue with this scene. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment and I will see you in the next episode.